Hi, today we're going to be talking about pairing parakeets. If you've got a parakeet and that's, lost a mate or you only got one, generally you can get any other parakeet as long as it's the same species and put them together, and there are generally no problems. These guys are very, very gregarious birds. They're extremely social. In the wild, they'd be in very, very large flocks. So pretty much if you get another male, you get another female, they'll get along with the bird that you have. You can have them in pairs. You can have them in sets of 3. You can have a whole cage full of like 10 birds, and generally all of them will get along. Even they're so gregarious that you can even have like 2 or 3 nest boxes in there with several pairs. The birds will pair off and all breed in the same cage. It's they're very unique in that aspect. Many other species are competitive. These guys are generally, you will see some squabbling, and there will be a dominant bird and a less dominant bird in the pecking order that gets picked on. But for the most part, they won't hurt each other, and they do all get along. So, age also doesn't matter that much when pairing parakeets. You can stick a very old parakeet with a very young parakeet, and oftentimes the older bird will, either take care of the younger bird, or I've also seen vice versa, where if you have an old, decrepit bird that is just, on its last legs, and you put a young bird in there, that young bird will go and help take care of the older bird and nurse him and cuddle up next to him and clean his feathers. In fact, I recommend if you don't have at least an hour or 2 to spend with these birds every day on a very kind of intimate way, so that you carry them around with you and, keep them next to your desk and, hold them, that these birds be kept in pairs, because if they're not, they'll get very lonely. And just from not having interaction, a lot of times these birds will die of loneliness. So if you can't spend a lot of time with this bird, but you're still interested in, having them in your home, it's very good to get another one, because these birds will clean each other, they'll clean each other's feathers, they'll sit next to each other, they'll play games together, they'll eat together. They just have a very familial type interactions with one another, and that bird will need that from you if it can't get it from another bird. So if you don't think that you can provide that kind of environment for this bird on a day-to-day basis, it's very important to get these guys a friend.